Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic, and what we're trying to do today is we are playing Flash Food. So we are playing a food deck, or at least food synergies with Gilded Goose, Oko, and Wicked Wolf, and also playing the Flash deck where we're playing Wildborn Preserver, you know, lots of removal or counter spells, Frilled Mystic, Nightpack Ambusher. Also throwing in a Nissa in here just because I wanted some extra value town stuff that we could do later on. I've tested it out and I've actually really liked Nissa in the deck. She just does win games often enough, and creating lots of 3/3s tends to be pretty good. And so anyway, I do really like how this deck has been feeling so far, and I've actually tested it out with this one. This is the first deck I've really been playing consistently on ranked. I went ahead and I took a weekend kind of off from recording. I was feeling really sick. My son was really sick, and I decided to just kind of play for me. And this is the deck I ended up liking a lot. The issue right now with the format is my typical deck is more of an aggro, like an aggressive deck, but aggro is really not doing very well right now. Like, it's really difficult for aggro to do well because of decks like this. So I decided to go ahead and test out my own version of it. I really like adding in like a wolf tribal synergy of it, where there is the Wicked Wolf, there is a Nightpack Ambusher in here. There are just some really fun things you can do overall with this deck, where it's still fun and somewhat janky, but just I really like this deck. So basically what this deck is trying to do, if you guys haven't seen the food token stuff. Oh, and by the way, so I did test this out and I've played like 12 games and I think I've only lost 3 out of the 12. So this deck has been doing really well as far as matches go, best of 3. So I am up to platinum now because of it. I finally spent some time to actually try ranking up and jump 2 ranks. So how about that? Anyway, so yeah, Gilded Goose early game, ramp up, get us some food. 1 Spectral Sailor. I started with 2 of them. I really just want 1, and the main reason is because I want to have some sort of payoff for a mana sync with Nissa. And if I run into it, great. If I don't, that's fine. The chances it will have Nissa and that are a little bit slim, but I have had it, been able to draw a couple cards, and it's pretty good. Also pretty good turn 1 play. Wildborn Preserver, really good. I mean, all this stuff, it's a powerful deck. So the main thing here, I guess, is the sideboard. So sideboard, we have a Veil of Summer for against the blue-black decks, any Thought Erasures, which I haven't been seeing too much of. Our biggest downfall that I've seen with this deck is the Golos Lands deck is really good against us because we do well with our main game plan until they either wipe our board after we kind of built it up a little bit and then start creating lots of tokens, and we just don't have a good way to deal with that many tokens. So I have Hydroid Crisis in here as well to kind of be a finisher where we can throw it down late game. We've already dealt 12 points of damage to them, and we can hopefully swing in for the last few with Hydroid Crisis. That's the best thing I can find that is good for the sideboard here for this. Right. Henge also kind of against the more grindy matchups. Shifting Ceratops, the main reason for this is because of Teferi. Teferi destroys our deck, which is really annoying, so we do have to at least have something. Veil of Summer can at least give our stuff hexproof as well if they are going to try to bounce something, but we can't cast it instant speed though, actually, because of Teferi. So it's really annoying. Like, Teferi just destroys everything that we try to do, and it's really annoying. So anyway, this is the deck. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
Out against Patois, 2099. Bring it on. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. Or we'll play first is what I meant. With some Scrylands, this actually could be okay. But we basically have nothing. So here's the issue. With this deck, the times that I've not kept lands, the issue with this is basically just 7 lands. But 7 lands that can help us gain life if in a tricky situation. We do have 2 Scry lands to get rid of more lands, hopefully. Every time that I've kept like 2 land hands, I've drawn 2 or 3 lands in the top 15 cards of the deck. And so I just have the worst luck with stuff like that. So if we can just get out Gilded Goose, I mean, we have some good ramp to whatever we hit. So if we do end up hitting a really big creature, great, we can play it. And so I'm not as worried. Field of the Dead, our worst nightmare, of course. Once Upon a Time. They play it before grabbing it. That's very interesting. Yeah, always play the Once Upon a Time before you play your land. All right, Temple of Mystery. We did not want to... Oh my gosh. We do not want more lands, guys. Castle Ventress actually would have been a good one to draw there too. Let's go ahead and swing in. Show them how serious we are. Yeah, that's right. Plays Fabled Passage. This is a pretty slow start to their deck. Of course, ours is not looking super great either. If we hit a land off the top of this, I'm gonna be okay. There we go. We're good. Do I want to use both of these, or no? I want to be able to have a scry. I think that I'd rather not use both foods here. And pass the turn. Nightpack Ambusher, if we can keep that out for a couple turns, we should be able to finish this game off. Doesn't play land. A lands deck not playing any lands. Are they going to discard here? Oh my gosh. All right. This is very good for us. I am cautiously optimistic. Oh, do I play land for the Hydra Crisis? Drawing cards will be very nice. Actually, we don't want to... We just want to go all crazy with this Nightpack Ambusher, right? Let's go ahead and scry. Oko. Yeah, we'll keep it. If they do get rid of the night... I mean, Nightpack Ambusher can kind of finish it by himself. All right, one attacker. We'll just create some food. Pass the turn. I mean, Nightpack Ambusher can finish the game by himself in 2 more turns. So playing Hydra Crisis really wouldn't help much at all, especially not with how much we have here. All right, so go ahead and create a food token. I mean, I would love to have another Nightpack Ambusher on the top here, but we don't. So, breeding pool. And we can actually play Oko on the next turn to create a 3/3 here as well and swing in. So pass the turn. So, and that, even if they create one blocker, will be fine. If they have a white source into blow up our board, it's annoying, but we can at least deal with it. Immediately start attacking in with a food. All right, so opponent just timed out. I mean, we're gonna still play out our stuff just in case, and swing in. All right, going to them to resolve. I mean, if they time out, I think it kicks them out for the entire match, and so this could be a pretty quick way to win a best of 3. So we'll sit back, relax, and see how it goes. There we go. Okay, opponent does scoop it up. I think they timed out. I'm not sure if it sends you to more matches if someone times out. It does. I don't play best of 3 often enough. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. We do make some changes to the deck, so we add in a couple Hydra Crisis. We go down 1 Nissa. Nissa is good, but it's one of those that we do cut whenever we're up against this deck. Spectral Sailor could be good here just because it's a constant thing to be going in against. 1 Oko. Anything that's legendary, I'll take like one more out of if we can here. Yeah, Hydra Crisis is kind of the main thing we bring in here. I'm not sure if we go into the 4th one. Just in case they are here. I don't know. All right, it looks like our opponent may actually be playing the next one here. So we have Once Upon a Time here. This isn't an amazing hand, but if we can get to this Nightpack Ambusher, we have a scry. The issue is both of these lands are not very great. So I do wait for the draw before I use Once Upon a Time, just because I want to see what I hit before I know what I'm digging for. And so it gives me just a little bit more knowledge before I actually use Once Upon a Time. All right, pass my turn. All right, so now we have an untapped land, which is nice. That means that... Well, it really doesn't change much of anything, actually. We're still probably just looking for land here, unless we find a Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose or land. All right, play Gilded Goose. Opponent also seems to have a Once Upon a Time. All right, guy, seriously. My goodness. Taking forever. Plays another Fabled Passage. A lot of really slow lands in this deck. They can usually get away with it, though. We actually have to start... I want to get a Nightpack Ambusher out as quick as possible, though. So I may not try for this Wildborn Preserver. These are both tapped lands right now, too. Wicked Wolf. But I just want a land. I'm not sure I'm as impressed with Wicked Wolf, so let's go ahead and put it to the bottom. Pass the turn. I'm not going to spend the food for anything here. I'd rather try to find an untapped land and flash in the Nightpack Ambusher. Got Beanstalk Giant, that's fine. All right, opponent actually is coming to play this time. They are playing so insanely slow. Which is just straight up rude, guys, by the way. You're one of those peeps. Alright, Quench is at least good here. And if there's nothing we quench, we can flash in Wildborn Preserver. I'm actually hoping they go for Golos here. One land of every color so far. Or, yeah, 4 colors so far. Alright, quench the Golos. Alright, pass to my turn. Alright, that's pretty good. Do we want more lands? I do want a big Hydra Crisis as a possibility here. So yeah, let's go ahead and pass the turn. Because like I said, the way that we actually win against this deck is we get in as much damage as we can early on before they create too many zombie tokens, and then we just try to finish over the top. Otherwise, I really don't have a good game plan against it. Alright, Golos comes down. They start creating tokens. Can't do anything about it. The annoying thing is that we can't even attack in with this Nightpack Ambusher. Yeah, we're in trouble. I mean, having 2 Nightpack Ambushers is good. We can just hope that they don't have a big board wipe. Or we force them to do it and hope that we get enough lands that Hydra Crisis is big enough to finish out the game. Alright, bring in Nightpack Ambusher, pass the turn. Yeah, this is such a hard matchup for us. I mean, we could swing in and play... Yeah, no, pass the turn. Just start creating as many wolves as we can so we can attack in later. Hopefully they don't go crazy here. They don't have the 5th color for this Golos right now. So at least that won't happen. Just bring in the Beanstalk Giant, though. Yep. Oh, now they have red mana. Circuitous Route. I would love to have all of our counter spells as well. That would be great. Alright, flash a Nightpack Ambusher and Spectral Sailor. And play Forest. We can draw a card and Wildborn Preserver. And we actually attack in, though. They just block here, huh? Attack in with the Spectral Sailor. Dude. Yeah, Lands deck, it's so difficult to win at this point. We just hope that they don't have another way to find another Field of the Dead, that their hand is pretty dead, and now on the next turn we can start attacking pretty aggressively. Yeah, they just do that, though. Another Field of the Dead. Another Beanstalk Giant that they can cast. Just so that we don't have yeah. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Just so that we don't have as many responses throughout all of this. Let's just draw a card. Golos comes down as a 5/5. And a 5/5 duo. We have enough blockers for days. So yeah, I think that we do bring down Golos now. Or not Golos, Crisis. We don't get tokens this turn. Seriously. Well, that was great. Oh, swinging a Spectral Sailor. I forgot to swing in here. I think this one's already over, though. Yeah, Realm Cloak Giant. And then they can rebuild a lot easier than we can. They actually keep the 11/11. Yeah, we're done. All right, that's what we didn't want to have happen. Here we go again. All right, I want to cut out 2 Quenches for 2 Sinister Sabotages, just because I do want to have something to counter late game. And this deck ends up with so much mana. And early game, we're probably just going to be trying to ramp up more anyway. And we'll maybe hit a couple things. So we still have 2 Quenches in here, but we'll see how this does. This is our worst matchup. We did get the game 1 on them just because they had really poor drawing. The fact that he timed out was very rude, though. All right, let's keep... I mean, this isn't a bad hand. It's not great, though. I'm not sure if this is one that we... we'll go ahead and keep it. Pass the turn. It's not amazing, for sure. I'm just hoping that we get something off the top. I would hate to mulligan into something even worse than this right now. And this is something that's definitely playable. All right, he keeps his card on top. Let's go ahead and play in the forest, pass the turn. Castle Vantress is good for scrying. We don't really want lands right now, though. I'd like more action. Hydra Krasis, though, like I said, is kind of our main... Unfortunately, it's our main win condition in this matchup. All right, Wildborn Preserver. Nissa is also pretty good. Let's go ahead and swing in. Pass the turn. All right, opponent plays a Fabled Passage. My only hope here, like the ridiculous thing too, is that he still has 19 minutes here before he's actually timed out. I mean, we have Nissa for next turn. I guess I go ahead and play Wicked Wolf just to create more damage, a possibility. I mean, we swing in. Without food out there, Wicked Wolf looks really weird. But 5 damage a turn is good. Again, get as much damage in as possible, then bring on a Hydra Krasis and try to win before they board wipe again. A Circuitous Route. I just don't see how decks like this can do well against the more aggressive decks. Is aggro just really this slow?
I will aid you. Rise, my elemental friend.
All right, so we attack in. Before damage is dealt, we flash in Spectral Sailor, and we pump Wildborn Preserver +1. Yes, resolve, take action. For 1, auto pay. Just for 1 more point of damage. Down to 7. Pass the turn. I mean, if they have the board wipe, it's annoying here. Time wipes, yeah. Nissa is at least good for us here. Let's see if they have the Field of the Dead. Alright, Temple of Mystery. Drilled Mystic we will keep on top. A Temple of Mystery. I could have also gone for a second Nissa to bring him down to 1. Let's just go for Krasis here, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, let's see here. So 6, 7. So 5. If they do board wipe, we get double Nissa. Actually, do we have enough mana? With Breeding Pool, we should. Golos creates blockers. That doesn't kill Hydra Krasis, though. They have to have an answer for the Krasis. Haha, of course.
I can no longer stand by and watch. I'll protect you.
Ultimating our Nissa is also a pretty good thing for us to do. How many attackers can they attack in with next turn? We can flash in Frilled Mystic as a blocker if need be. Like, if we do get the ultimate and give all these guys indestructible, get another Nissa out, like, I'm just not sure if we can still beat the zombies. I think we just go for Hydrocrisis. Or... for 6. I'm wondering if I can actually keep up. Let's go Hydrocrisis X6. Okay, auto pay. I guess untap a forest. Hopefully they don't have board wipe. If we can ultimate the Nissa though, that's what matters. So pass the turn. Okay, Golos just finds 3 lands. That's great for us. They also are basically tapped down now. And if we get to ultimate this Nissa, it helps us out so much. Vigilant creatures to use here. And opponent scoops it up. There we go. After timing us out, we deserve that one. And that is our hardest matchup. So here we go for the next ones. Almost up to tier 3. All right, up against Damn Knight. All right, and let's see who we are up against. Once upon a time with the Temple of Mystery. I mean, if we do have like a Gilded Goose off the top, this is a really good hand. Or it's good enough to keep. Once Upon a Time is actually amazing. We get a card draw, we get a Once Upon a Time, and we have a scry after the fact. So, I mean, we should be able to set up some pretty good draws along the way, right? All right, we got another land. So now we're just looking for early game creatures. Spectral Sailor. It's not really a surprise if we play it like this. I think I go ahead and grab... Man. They're playing blue. I'd rather have an extra Frilled Mystic in the hand. Temple of Mystery. Can we wait that long? I really don't know if we can. We're waiting till turn 4 to play anything at the moment, which means we should have lots of lands and lots of value from Nissa. And we need to dig for something for turn 2, turn 3. Well, that's something for turn later. I mean, if they don't play anything until turn 3, turn 4 as well, then we're in pretty good shape. Evil Passage. A Breeding Pool tap, pass the turn. I mean, this is great if we can actually resolve anything. All right, Plains, what are they doing? We've given them a lot of time. And not playing a land? Interesting. And we do get our Nissa. All right, we'll pass the turn. We have Frilled Mystic that we can hold up. And now keeping a hand that doesn't play till turn 4 is a great idea. All right, I'm assuming that they're going to be countering something, but I'm going to go ahead and offer the Nightpack Ambusher. If they don't counter it, it's amazing for us. They have something to play. Yeah, offer it up. Mystical Dispute. Okay. Pass the turn. Maybe I should have gotten down to Nightpack Ambusher then, actually. It's guaranteed they're holding on to counters. I mean, they are light on mana. Maybe they don't have something else. If they counter this, we might get down to Nissa or something else. Nissa's pretty good for us. We get to still hold up Quench, right? They play Quench. All right, there we go. So we get down Nissa, untap a Breeding Pool, swing in.
Witness the ties that bind us all. Behold nature's true power.
And pass the turn. Hydrocrasis also pretty good for us to play. I want to just passing. And we're just going to go for Nissa. We don't really need to play anything else. We won't, no need to be too greedy. Chances are I'll probably still be greedy. I know myself too well. All right, how about this? This is what we're going to do. So we have the Quench to counter whatever they do go for here. So let's go ahead and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So X5 on the Krasis. We get to untap something here. So I'm actually hoping for the counter so we can quench their stuff. At least get another body on the battlefield. Make it a little bit faster of a clock while they're still stuck on lands. All right, draw a couple cards. Oko is really good here as well. Just a lot of value for us if we do get to resolve it. In fact, we have not played a forest, have we? All right, now we will Temple of Mystery.
The land shall conquer you.
Swing in and Oko. That's a pretty good turn. That's pretty good right there. We have a lot of value that it's going to take a lot of stuff for them to deal with. Like it basically takes a planar cleansing to deal with this. Or they have a mystical dispute. Right, we saw those before. Dang it. That's really annoying. All right, Teferi.
This isn't a fight you can win. Here we
Bounces
go.
the Hydrocrasis. How much damage can we do here with the other Nissa? You probably still just go for more card draw, right? I mean, it's a pretty good plan. All right. Trying to remember. So this is 8 mana, so 6. We're hoping, I mean, if we find another land too, this is great for us. We can still play Oko as well. Yeah, we're in okay shape here.
The land fights for us.
Yeah, opponent scoops it up. There we go. I was gonna say, I don't see how they come back from that point. All right, so this is counter central, which Teferi is the main thing that we have to deal with. Teferi is very, very annoying for us. The Veil of Summers come in. They can't counter whenever we have those. Shifting Ceratops also can't be countered. We drop down 1 Nissa, 1, I guess, Oko. We have to fit in 4 spots here, right? Spectral Sailor goes down. I think we still hold up Quench. He's got a trim around the edges, I think. So just like Wicked Wolf. Wicked Wolf really isn't very good in this deck. Maybe they have board wipes, so like that's the only thing with Wicked Wolf is that it's really good against board wipes. Maybe 1 Night Pack Ambusher. So we don't have as much finishers, but I guess we did bring in Shifting Ceratops, which is really good. So I think that's good. Yeah, we'll keep that. I'm not as good at sideboarding anymore. Like it's been like 2 years since I've really practiced sideboarding besides this weekend. And I haven't run up against a deck like this yet. So we'll see how this goes. I think that this is the main thing is Shifting Ceratops is really good against this deck. We just try to hit those as much as we can. And Veil of Summers make it so they can't counter our stuff. Ooh, I mean, Gilded Goose almost makes us playable, and being on the draw, we have everything that we want. But if we don't hit land, this is terrible. But Gilded Goose, and we basically have 2 lands in the deck. Let's mulligan. We do keep this though. I mean, Once Upon a Time is great. So keep this, drop an island. Pass the turn. And I think we wait to draw first, just in case we find something good off the top. Okay, Once Upon a Time for Gilded Goose. No. Ooh, Shifting Ceratops. Do we just snag that up now? We have Once Upon a Time here. We have Frilled Mystic. I think we go for Shifting Ceratops. I think we need to find those basically above anything else. All right, play for us, pass the turn. We have some really good turn 2, turn 3 plays. Hopefully digs for land. Oh, do we go for Gilded Goose now? Yeah, let's go for it. It does resolve. Interesting. Okay, sweet. If we can get an early Shifting Ceratops, that is amazing for us. It should be very difficult for them to deal with us. They are in white. They could have some other sorts of removal. We didn't see any of that last game, though. Castle Vantress. All right, here we go. Shifting Ceratops. Can't be countered. Let's hope that they don't see that. But yeah, pass the turn. All right, Tranquil Cove tapped. Passes the turn. Man. All right, swinging with Shifting Ceratops. And pass the turn. We'd love to have hit a land there. We do have Once Upon a Time, which we can try to go for here. For land, and maybe we should have done it on that turn. I'm kind of hoping to get him with the Quench, because we haven't seen any of actual finishers for them. And I'm okay going for Once Upon a Time here. Or Castle Vantress. Yeah, Castle Vantress. We're just going to ride this guy to victory. That's kind of the main game plan. We don't need to overcommit. If they do have board wipe, hopefully we can quench out the board wipes. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent scries 2. Oh, do we get something down now? If they have a board wipe, though, it's really bad. Oh, I'm so greedy. I really want to play this. I could try to go for, like, Well-Proven Preserver. I already passed the turn. It is the better play to wait. I mean, the other thing, too, is after a board wipe, especially if we have, like, a Quench war against the board wipe, we should be in okay shape. I do need to be actually gaining stuff from here. Spell can't be countered. They do amass something here. Alright, because it can't be countered, let's go ahead and flash in the Nightpack Ambusher now. It's a big boy. It's a 7/7. That's what they're doing, I think. That might just be good enough to actually finish a game. That's interesting. So is Nightpack Ambusher, though. Right, Aether Gust. We want more lands. We'll take action. I guess maybe we want something else on the top. All right, pass the turn. I mean, we play stuff when we can, right? And now our quenches are pretty much dead. So we at least make them be reactive. The Magic Mirror comes down. Pretty expensive for that as well. Now we get the counter magic. Yay! All right, pass turn. I couldn't play the Nightpack Ambusher. I'm not sure if I could have played it after the fact of it creating a token. Maybe that would have been worth it. Again, we do kind of need to counter a board wipe, though, because we do have lethal on board at the moment. So if we can counter whatever they play, I just guarantee they have a counter of their own. All right, Narset comes down. They may not have enough mana though to counter both. Right, digs for something, that's fine. We have lethal at the moment. They also could just have Aether Gust to bounce our stuff back though after the fact. They commits to Endgame. They're gonna play that. We actually want to force a counter of some sort here. No blocks. All right, looks like a board wipe's coming. We actually may go for double quench then over the Frilled Mystic. We'll see how it goes. And opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Man, what was there in their hand? Did they just not have any board wipes and they were just digging for him? We'll take it, whatever. That works for us. All right, up against Globot. Bring it on, Globot. Let's go. All right, play first. Who, once upon a time, dig for a green source. We're on the play. Is one green source enough with this hand? Now let's mulligan. This is keepable though. Like this is the sad thing is that we do keep this. Not the forest. I'm gonna grab you. And if we find Oko off the top and everything good off the top, this is amazing. But with my luck, it'll probably just be lands. Actually, I do have pretty good luck sometimes with this game. I've had some pretty insane luck in past games. All right, plays a Swamp. Foulmire Knight. All right, pass the turn. Okay. Red, black, and Kniggets. It would seem. Alright, well, we get to kill the Fervent Champion. That's nice, at least. Alright, what? We would need something off the top. Something good. It's not terrible. I'm going to dig now just to try to find what we can. Frilled Mystic. I think it's Nightpack Ambusher. We let them know that we have it. Make them deal with it. And just in case they don't... I mean, if they don't have the extra land, I guess we just block with the Knight here. So go ahead and swing in for 2. Yep. Pass the turn. At some point, we were going to have to trade off with the Foulmire Knight. I guess not. Actually, we don't have to trade off because of Nightpack Ambusher. All right. So here's the thing. I could block with Gilded Goose. They spend it for nothing, and they don't get to play another turn. So Gilded Goose to basically take an entire turn, I think is worth it. Yeah, see, I don't think they pay for it now. So down to 17. So Gilded Goose can block here favorably occasionally. Pass to my turn, Nissa. Nissa's also good. Is Nissa better? Nah, well... It might be better because it'll take focus away from my face.
I protect that which cannot protect itself.
And we'll go with Island. Hopefully they don't kill it.
Shall conquer you.
No attacks, fast turn. The main reason is because if we played Nightpack Ambusher, we'd be stuck not playing anything. So this basically gains us 6 life if they just focus on Nissa. I don't know why they're not swinging with the Knight of the Ebon Legion. They have another Spawn of Mayhem. That would be really bad for us. We are in a lot of trouble here. All right, swings in. I might just chump with the Wellborn Preserver, force them to pay for the block, and that maybe that's what they're trying to avoid is... Yep, no blocks. Down to 12. Midnight Knigget. All right, Night Pack Ambusher. How much mana do we have? Oh, I could actually pay for quite a bit here, couldn't I? Let's just go 1, 2. We get to kill a Spawn of Mayhem here. Alright, untap a forest. This gives us a second Night Pack Ambusher. And pass the turn. Because of how much mana ramp we have, we actually are okay just chump blocking Gilded Goose here. But now Wildborn Preserver can block the Spawn of Mayhem. And we get double Night Pack Ambusher, creating 2 tokens on the next turn. Should be good. I block first. Is this like an Ember Cleave deck? Okay, I think we block first here. Force the pump, just in case they do have some other kind of trick. We'll just Gilded Goose. Yeah, Ember Cleave through the Wildborn Preserver I think is the worst thing that can happen. I'm hoping that they try to put it like on Midnight Reaper. Alright, well. Should have killed the Knight of the Even Legion. We do get a swing back for a lot and a half now, though. That is the other thing, is I think we do just kill them. They do get... They could have more blockers. No other blockers.
Be wary of the ground you walk.
And all attack. So this is... I think it's enough. Yes! Alright, that was good. Alright, Brazen Borrower comes in here. Typically against more of these aggressive decks, if you can just like slow them down for a turn, it's pretty nice. So Brazen Borrower comes in. We bring down, I think, 1 Oko, maybe 1 Once Upon a Time. I actually really like Nissa. But we can go down 1 Nissa maybe for a Great Henge. Just because if we do get it out against this deck, it is so good. So I just kind of add in a little bit of jank, some fun stuff that I like to do. Maybe we can go down a Spectral Sailor as well for maybe another Great Henge. We did just bring in more or fewer creatures for it. Veil of Summer's meh. Like if we hit a Great Henge, it's amazing. We could also go for Hydrocrasis. Let's go Hydrocrasis this time and play like that. All right, let's see. How do we do? Gilded Goose into maybe Oko if we find a... Yeah, we'll keep this. I don't love having the Scry lands here, which we could Scry first so that we can get the Oko at least on turn 3. I guess either way we get Oko on turn 3, right? So we can at least block here by taking 2. Well, I already played it. We do have untapped land. Turn 2 Oko is really good. We would just like to be able to play all these other things as well. So I'm in between with these Temple of Mysteries as well. Maybe we can go down to like 2 copies so we're not running into them so often. They just acted like they had some sort of response. Okay. That's good. That's fine. Oh, that works. Breeding pool on top. Yes. We need lots of mana for everything we have in hand. Alright, pass turn. Alright, now they can swing in for 1.5 million. Yep, no blocks. Punch the knight. We take so much damage. So Oko might need to come down and just turn something into a 3/3. Like, this becomes a 4/4 though. Or we fight. Yeah, let's fight it. Pass the turn. We are down to 9 though against an aggro deck, and we've not played very much at all. Midnight Reaper. Alright, pass to my turn. Nissa or the Frilled Mystic? Oko's not terrible, but I'd rather hold up a Frilled Mystic. Let's go ahead and let's get the Scry land out now while we can. Forest off the top. We actually may want more lands. It's kind of interesting here now because maybe. Actually, no, we put it to the bottom. And pass turn. Try to get Frilled Mystic out on something. If we have to give him indestructible, though, it's going to be awkward. Which we do. Maybe we should just let it just trade. Let's just let it trade. Alright, Frilled Mystic the Bone Crusher. That does get rid of the Bone Crusher, which is really nice. Noxious Grasp, that's fine. They actually, I bet they're going to wish they had used something else after this. Alright, Oko and Once Upon a Time. Actually, Nissa and Once Upon a Time. The life gain is actually pretty important for us to gain as well. We have a chump blocker. Alright, let's go for Nissa.
Seek shelter in my stewardship.
The nice thing about Nissa is that it gives us the mana that we're going to need to actually sack the food tokens later as well. Alright, down to 18, pass the turn. We're not out of this game. We're just not very much in it. Oko, we have to not die this turn. That's the most scary turn. Which they have enough mana for Embercleave. But they don't have enough damage. They spawn a Mayhem, which we can turn into a 3/3. Okay, Once Upon a Time. Let's see what we find. Hydrocrisis. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Do we still go for Oko? How much can we do this for? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So X 8. I mean, that gains us a lot of life, draws us lots of cards. Let's go ahead and do that. Not going to swing in against this Spawn of Mayhem. Draw 4, gain 4. Play an island. And a 9. They have Embercleave, it's really bad. They have that, that's really bad. Dang it, alright. Okay, down to 5. Ooh, Quench. Okay, so Oko.
The food.
Turn this into a normal 3/3.
Gaze into
Night
my
Pack
face
Wolf.
and put on your true shape.
Night Pack Wolf. Yeah, kill Midnight Reaper. Untap Breeding Pool.
The land fights for us.
I could have done that differently. I could have played the Night Pack Ambusher as well to make him bigger. So that was a misplay. Yeah, I could have untapped differently to play Night Pack Ambusher and kill that. Be able to have 2 wolves out on the battlefield instead. Okay, Knight of the Even Legion, that's annoying. Manageable though. There we go. Opponent skips it up. We did have Nissa. We did have Oko. We had Night Pack Ambusher to play down. And if they did swing in, we also had the swing back that they had to deal with Oko maybe creating, you know, enough stuff there with Nissa. That was good. So there you guys have it with Flash Food. And I think this deck is really fun. I think it has... I mean, it's really good. We lost 1 game out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, of course, those were matchups. We were favorable in some of them. But that's really good numbers. I've been having the same kind of success with this deck for a while now. I'd love to hear down in the comments below what you guys think of the best of 3 format. Let me know if I could change it up at all. If 3 games was enough, 3 matches. I'm not sure if I can spend the time to do much more right now, just because I'm trying to record a lot ahead because there's some big trips I'm coming into here in a bit. And so, I mean, if I'm spending an extra 3 hours of recording for other ones, it's a little bit difficult. Anyway, but I want to try to do the thing that you guys like best. So let me know if you guys want more than this, if this is an okay number. I can also see on the numbers if you guys are still watching at this point, how many of you guys, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.